Good morning. Welcome to County Mayo in Angevin National Park, and completely surrounded by trees and hills, and we're on this track. Not many footpaths in this part of the world. It's open countryside, and we're on the way to Slieve Carr, or Core Slieve as it's also called. 761 meters in height, and it's the most remote mountain, it's said, in Ireland, because it's surrounded by all of this in all directions. So on the map it's 5 miles in to get to the base. So you got to go 5 miles in, and then to make it to the top it's two and a bit. So all in, it's a 15-mile round journey there and back to the trailhead. There's no other way to get to it. There are a few other, you can come north, south, east and west. I'm coming from the south. The north, east and west options might shave off a wee bit, but when you look at the terrain, it's going to be bog, no trails at all. So coming from the south or the north, there is a trail called the Bangor Way, and it works from Newport, Mayo, to the north of Mayo. So I decided to follow that route, and it is well trodden, which is great. So no navigation needed just yet. So decided to go on the well established route that goes close to Slieve Carr, and then we're gonna have to veer off, but this way should get me to the base of Slieve Carr, and then I just have to make it to the top somehow. But it shouldn't be, it's fairly safe. There's no not many steep edges coming from the south, and it's fairly flat on the top. So that's the plan for today. Definitely a day to pack for everything. We've got a bit of rain, a bit of drizzle going. Yesterday it was really warm in Mayo, so possibly a sun hat and a bit of sun cream might be needed. And because this is 15 miles for the mountain, this is a big chunk of a day hike. This this isn't up and down in the morning and enjoy your afternoon. This is going to be morning and afternoon. But the views are absolutely spectacular. It's Angevin National Park. On the drive up to the trailhead, there's lakes and mountains and trees, and it's just, I don't even know where the nearest house would be. It would be, you know, miles away. Angevin National Park is one of the more remote places in Ireland, and it's kept like that to be barren, and the forestries and wildlife and all sorts of things. So yeah, one for the more adventurous. Get out into the wilds of Mayo, and I think we're heading over this direction here. So that's the plan. So we'll keep it going on the Bangor Way, and that should lead us to the base of Slieve Carr. Let's keep it going. making good progress. It's definitely a place to bring proper footwear. Lots of rocks. If you go over one of those, your ankle could be in trouble. And they've put in wee bridges just across the streams, which is a nice touch. But we are on the official trail loops of Letterkeen Trailhead. So that's where the car park is, way back where we started, and there's 3-4 loops that go round. So it's all nicely waymarked, and the trail's fairly defined, but very rocky, ups and downs, and just have to take it slow and take your time. And this is not a place to break an ankle. There is no one within miles, and this is what the Garmin InReach Mini is designed for. So I've got one of them with me, with an SOS button should there be any emergencies. But you can't head off into this, and it's spectacular and enjoyable and lovely scenery. But the downside of that is there's nowhere within miles, and there may not be another human within miles, so you need to be safe. I've also got a compass with me, because you can see out onto these mountains here, and it's very misty, and the rain's kind of coming and going. I had the raincoat on, but as is County Mayo, 5 minutes with the raincoat on, and then you take it off, and then it starts to drizzle again. So I'm letting it drizzle, but it's died out, so no need for the raincoat again. So this is the perfect place to test kit, if you're wanting to figure out what you need for a day. Get out into a place like this, and you'll have easily 10-15 changes of rain gear, keeping your electrics dry. So we're making good progress. We came up this valley, and Neffin Beg is a mountain which we're going to go round the left hand side of, and then we're going to come up to there's a ridge called Slieve, and there's a couple of lakes. So that's what we have to look forward to. But we've got this nice kind of trail still going. You can see the rocks. It sort of came up here, and enjoy it. We worry about all these things, and we forget to stop and turn around and just look at it. A couple of sheep up there just dotting on the mountain there. But because it's this massive big open expanse, there's no, you know, there's not cut into fields with barbed wire and fences. It's just this massive big expanse, and there's a river down there and trees, and just spectacular. Mayo, absolutely amazing. So we'll keep it going. So we've passed the point where all the trails have veered off over that direction. There's a nice wee bothy here, and then they loop all the way right round to where the car park is, and this way is now solely the Bangor Trail, or Bangor Way, and the sign's really good. You know, you can't go wrong. There's 3 right turns to the 3 loops. They're all at different lengths, so short, medium, long, and then you can't really miss that sign for the Bangor Way. Only the Bangor Way this way. So we're now away from the loops, and I would imagine the trail probably gets less defined if most people are doing those loops within the Letterkeen Trailhead. But the view is just spectacular, absolutely spectacular. And Angevin National Park, there was a sign, camping is allowed, but you have to register to be able to do it. So you can come out here, but you have to register. And then the other thing was there was a fire safety. Not that there'll be much fires today, because I got the raincoat back on again and the hat. And but the fire safety colour is orange, amber. So you're not allowed to camp if it's amber or red. So you could do this over 2 days. You know, camp out and break it up. But then you have to carry, you know, more gear, or just get up really early and do it all in one go. But then depends on this weather. This weather's it's all right at the moment because we're sort of on a trail just weaving through the valleys here, but when we actually get to a mountain, we'll have to see how that looks. But we are coming around this valley. You can see we're just weaving our way, and up here is Angevin Beg, and Angevin Beg is the mountain that we're coming around the left hand side of, and then we reach the tip of the ridge of Slieve Carr. So we've been going about an hour and a half already, so it's a good couple of hours, and it's been a couple of hours in the rain, drizzle, so you need to take the right kit. As I said, this hat is a waterproof sealskin peak cap, and it's really good for anybody that wears glasses. The difficulty with a hood is when you put a hood up, it kind of just falls into your face, but a peak cap just keeps it out, you know, so it kind of just sits out so it doesn't fall on your face. And then because it's waterproof, if it's just light drizzle, and it keeps your head dry as well. So top piece of kit when I was trying to figure out how to keep my glasses from misting up and getting wet and my hood falling into it and stuff like that. So really good. Right, let's keep it going. We're following this this stream. So this stream, which came from up there, came all the way down and then down here. So we're gonna weave, and there's a mound over there, and we have yet to see Slieve Carr. We've been going for a couple of hours, so that might be it, but I don't know. So it's a long old walk just to get to the mountain, but that's why it's Ireland's most remote mountain. It would be it'd be too easy if there's a car park at the base. There'd be no fun in that. So we have to put ourselves through 5 miles of rock and drizzle and rain just to get there. That's what it's all about. So this is one where you get up in the morning and you hike and you climb a mountain and then you hike all the way back. It's like a proper epic day in the mountains. So right, onwards. Drizzle is drizzling and we're making great progress. We're getting there. So next stop should be the ascent of Slieve Carr, if we can locate it. So that's the plan. So let's keep it going. around Angevin Beg, and that is Slieve Carr, or Carr Slieve. And we've come around out of that valley into this valley, and you can see all the lakes, and yeah, that bit's very wet, lots of bog. I was hoping to keep my feet dry, but they're not. So make sure you're wearing decent footwear and socks, and yeah, we can finally see Slieve Carr. So it's just over 700 meters, 721 odd, and we go up there's a couple of different ways here. There's a col around here with a couple of lakes where we can go up, and then there's another col. Slieve Carr kind of has a front part to it and then a back part to it. The back part is the true summit at 721, and we're back to the rain. It's rained most of this hike, with a few dry parts at the start, but not to worry, my feet's already wet, so plow on. Yeah, we're in the wilds of this wee valley, and then if we continue on round Slieve Carr, that brings you to the end of the Bangor Way, which is another number of miles. So this is the part where we're going to come off the Bangor Way and head towards Slieve Carr. But this route along the Bangor Trail just brings you along I guess a path. It is well trodden, you know, so it's not too bad, but it is very marshy in parts, but at least you don't have to worry about too much navigation. Just follow the Bangor Way. So that's the plan. We're coming up 2.5-3 hours, so it is a long old trek to get to this part, 5 miles, and it's not exactly a path. It's over water and rocks and all the rest of it, so it is a wee bit slower than you would do 5 miles if you were just on a trail, but that adds to the adventure. So Slieve Carr, there is said to be a 5th century High King of Ireland. He decided he was going to be buried, or maybe his followers decided that he was going to be buried on Slieve Carr. It probably wasn't the most isolated mountain in Ireland back then. There was probably others, but the High King of Connacht chose a fitting mountain and place to rest his head and look upon the Angevin National Park. Again, well, it didn't exist back then, but so that's the history of Slieve Carr. So we're on our way to the burial site on the top. High King in the 5th century, so that's like 400 and odd AD. Ireland must have been some place back then. Must have been spectacular. All the mountain ranges were probably all like this, barren and desolate, and yeah, it's a fantastic place. So we'll keep it going. Slieve Carr we can see now in the inner sights. We just have to find a way up it. So we're going to bend round Angevin Beg here and see if we can find a way up Slieve Carr, but I'm hoping for a remnants of some sort of track or trail, because all the trails that come from the south or the east all go up this side. So, but that depends on how popular this mountain is. So as you can see, we're just going over bog and tufts of grass and water, and you can see all the water down here. So we'll keep it going. We're bending around that way, and we'll see what Slieve Carr has to offer. Let's keep it going. up at the call, and you can see the lake over here, and then that's the valley where we came up from. Over here it's very misty, and this is Slieve Carr here, so we're going to gradually bend round and up to it. And this is 260 meters, 260. So 400 or 500 meters of just elevation, and yeah, it's a long old trek to get to here. You have to come off the Bangor Way and then veer up the mountainside, so no other way to do it. And we're about three hours at this point. 3 hours, but it's different if you know where you're going. When you're trying to figure out that you're on the right bearing in the right direction, it's a different matter, but all good. So we're just gonna bend around, and then Slieve Carr is flat and wide, so it's very there's no sort of close edges or anything like that. So if the wind and the rain would die down and the sun could come out, that would be fantastic, but it's just gone midday, so it's still, you know, it's just, that morning was just a wet miserable one, but maybe the afternoon will treat us better. Dahi, the High King of Connacht, might put a good word in for us. The gods of Connacht. If you can do something, that would be great. Come all this way to see nothing, but it's been quite a journey so far. I think the rain's actually starting to die off a bit, but no, it's been a great journey so far. We just need a bend round, and we'll see what Slieve Carr has to offer. But right, onwards to Slieve Carr. We're at 260 meters at this call, and we've another just 400 odd, 400 a bit, 450 to get to 721. So let's keep it going. It's been an adventure so far. Connacht and Mayo hasn't disappointed. This is not for anybody who wants a nice track with trainers and jeans. This is full on. This is yeah, this is full on adventure mode. All good. That's what we came for. Bit of adventure. So onwards. Let's see what Mayo has to offer. Up onto this nice wee plateau, and it's all smoothed out, and we've got two lakes over here, and if you're coming in from the east, that's you'll be coming up that direction, but these two lakes are good guides, and that's the call that I came up, just down that valley and up that way. So that's the south. And then if you were coming from the north, you'd be coming up the Bangor way and then up onto that call. And the sun's come out. Dahi and the gods of Connacht have been doing something anyway. But this is the final push. So you can see Slieve Carr stretches out. It's like a right angle, so it's like there, and then it stretches back, so it's like a right angle. And that's the top of Slieve Carr there. But that's not the summit. The summit's more northerly, but you can sort of see that's how high we got to get up. So it's only 200 meters. So when you look at the map, so from the call up to here is about 100 meters. So we're now at about 360, and then we get to 560, 550. So about 200 meters up here, and then the final 200 meters is as we go north along the wide sort of table flat, it gradually goes up. So this is the last steep bit here, and then it's right to the back to get to the summit and the burial site. So yeah, I'm glad the sun came out, because hours in the rain. So we're gonna make it up here, and I think that's a sheep, I think. Let's get to the top of Slieve Carr. This is probably going to be the steepest bit of the whole thing, but when it's steep, 200 meters goes past very quickly, because every step you're taking a half a meter off. So that's the good thing. But it's still really boggy. There's no real kind of path. We're kind of just making it up as we go along. So kind of Mayo with the lakes. It's going to be great views on the way back, if the weather holds. But now we're into the afternoon, so hopefully that was just morning rain, and maybe Mayo will surprise us with some nice views. You can see the top just there, so we just have to get up to there, and then that's it. We just gradually make our way. Mayo, fantastic. There's not another human within miles. There's not a house or anything, but that's what we're here for. The scenery, the isolation, the quietness, just the wind. There's not even that many sheep. There's not even a trickle of water. Just brilliant, fantastic. it to Slieve Carr, and that's one epic hike. You could probably do it maybe in 4 hours if you knew where you were going, but the mist and the fog, navigation, about 4.5 hours. We got our trick point, the resting place of the High King of Ireland, Dathi, in the 5th century. So only 400 AD or so, and we're at about 720, 725, and that is tough. You need to pack for all occasions and know how to navigate, because I haven't seen sunshine for about an hour. So we're going to make our way down. We want to get back on the trail, back on the Bangor Way. Hopefully a bit more sunshine, and get back to the trailhead. We've plenty of hours. It's just gone like 2:30 or so. But saying that, it takes maybe 3 hours. That's nearly 5 o'clock. So Slieve Carr, course Slieve, absolutely fantastic. What a hike that is. I haven't met one person, there's nobody else up here, and I guarantee there will not be many up here, but the most remote mountain in Ireland. I can see why it's 4.5 hours just to get to here, and then we have to hike it back out again. So the hiking back out will be easier, a bit more adrenaline. But that was tough coming up. It was just endless coming up and false summits, just gradual to this point. And I was so glad to see the trick point. So 7:21, let's get back down to sea level. I've got some trekking poles with me, because I didn't know how steep it was going to be, and some places are really, really steep. So Dathi, farewell. King of Ireland, High King of Ireland, bit of history, that's what it's all about. We didn't get the views, Dathi maybe we'll have to come back for the views, but we came for the experience, we came for the adventure. What an adventure, unbelievable. There's mountains in Ireland, and then there's mountains. This is just epic. This is just fitting for a hiking. Long lost history that most people probably aren't even aware of, but if there was ever any place we were gonna bury a hiking, that's the spot right there. We seem to be getting maybe a wee bit of a break in the weather. I can see some lakes down the far side, which is great. And there's not much verges. The verges are kind of, it's like a long table, so there's plenty of distance either side, but you just have to be careful, because if you veer off too far, then you know there is a verge, but you know, there's so much distance here, and yeah, this is just epic. This is just you know, just one adventure. Angevin National Park. It's just spectacular. It's just, there's no like paths or tar or roads. It's just the wilds of Ireland. So we'll make our way back down. Dathi, unbelievable. One adventure. Slow and steady, back down. But it's been an epic one. So just past the turn off for the furthest loop from the trailhead, and that's a good sign. So we've come into the 3 loops again of the Letterkeen Trailhead, which is great, but I'm just very conscious of daylight. So it's just gone 6 p.m. And I'm very thankful I took a headlamp for such occasions as you get caught and the light's starting to fade. So I do have a headlamp if needed. Let's get across this wee stream, and it's long. It's a long old distance to Slieve Carr, and then having to come back just to blitz miles, but we're making good progress. But if you're doing this in winter time or autumn, you would have to account for the daylight. So we're just gonna make a beeline back down the way we came. It's the shortest, and we just have to get up this hill here. Once we're up this hill, from memory this morning, it's then down across and down into that riverbed. So Mayo, absolutely fantastic. Experienced it all this morning and this evening. So quiet. It's just the wilderness. And Slieve Carr, if you get the chance, plan it out, go for it. It's amazing. It's a great hike. That's what it's all about. Seeing something new in Ireland's most remote mountain. Definitely lives up to its name, as my legs can attest to. Mileage wise, we're over 15 miles, so this could be 16, 17 when we're all done. But it's definitely a long one. You have to dig deep for this one. So let's keep it going all the way back to the trailhead. It's been a fantastic day, and Mayo, absolutely superb.